y'all, Cecile here, and welcome to Meditations for Persistence. For those of you who are in the Facebook group, it's great to have you, and letting you know that I am streaming live tonight in the Facebook group as well as in LinkedIn and on YouTube. So, for those of you who are not in the Facebook group, Meditations for Persistence, this is an invitation to join. Um, and I'll just give you a little bit of background while I'm waiting for people to join. I created Meditations for Persistence in 2016 after the election, when emotions were all over the place and they were spear, and I felt like people hold on. All right, I felt like people needed a place to get grounded and get in their bodies so that we could sustain ourselves, and the movement for social justice. I had actually been out marching and was, um, doing the phone calls and doing the marching and out with the crowds and stuff, and had just told a friend of mine that it felt more draining than energizing to me because I was like, the places where I was going, the leadership was not listening to us. None of my local representatives were paying any attention to what we were saying, and I was like, I really need to find a way that like brings me energy and where I feel like I'm actually making a difference instead of just banging my head against the wall. And right after I said that, I saw a social media post. Somebody was in a group that I was in where I was lurking. Somebody posted saying that they felt hopeless and they were ready to complete suicide because they were so scared. And that that was my sign. And so I was like, okay, I feel like I could do some good here. And so I posted in the group and said, if I started a meditation group, would anybody be interested? Now, keep in mind, I had never shown my face, had not shown my face on social media, was like super nervous, had never created a group or anything. And I did it, shut my phone down because I didn't know how people were going to respond. And the next day, I had over 100 people that said yes. And so I created this group. And that Sunday, I went live. And for 18 months, I led this group where we were talking about politics and social justice. And every Sunday, I was showing up to do a live meditation. And I was trying to create a space where people could acknowledge their grief and their fear in community so that everybody didn't feel alone. And then we would have a space to get grounded, um, and feel safe and feel loved, and then set intentions for the week so that we would go into the week from a place of power instead of feeling dread. And over time, I ended up teaching more about anti racism and anti oppression than anything. Oh, hey, Christine. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. So, over time, I ended up teaching more about anti-racism, anti-oppression. That's my background, and I ended up teaching more about that than anything. And the group grew to over 1,000 people, and it was mostly white women, and they were saying some hurtful things. And when I would say, you know what, that's hurtful because that's a racist statement, they really didn't get it, and they were saying things like, we really need to focus on this authoritarianism and this fascism that's taking over the country, not racism. We can talk about that later, which is a tactic that people use to keep the status quo, and they didn't get it that all oppression is a tie to fascism and totalitarianism and authoritarianism. And so I just kept talking about it and I kept teaching and eventually ended up doing this has been my background, but ended up creating a business out of that. Um, and so after about 18 months, I kind of turned it over to moderators to keep it going because I was exhausted. And so I turned it over to some moderators who did an amazing job at keeping the group going, reminding people to stay centered. But nobody's been doing live meditations. And now I'm feeling called to come back to the group and lead the group again and create this real time online community space. And this time, I'm starting with my eyes open about what it takes to run this kind of group. And so I'm setting some boundaries around my own time and my own energy. And I've invited some friends and colleagues to help me do the meditation, the live meditations on Sundays. And if you're interested, I am still looking for moderators who would have time to help me, screen new members, review any posts that don't follow the guidelines. So if you're interested in that at all, please, DM me. And like I said, if you're not in the group already, feel free to join. Just make sure that you answer the 2 questions and agree to the group rules. It's facebook.com/groups/meditations for persistence. We focus on human rights and social justice, mostly American politics and self care, because we have to take care of ourselves in order to do the things that are important to us. Right. And so people who know me know that I like to dance. And unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of music that I can choose from that I can play on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. But I'm going to share some right now. Let me turn this up and invite you to move with me for a minute. And if you are following along, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know how you are feeling today. Oh, Christine said she's not seeing this on Facebook. That is too weird. All right. Well, since this is for the Facebook group, can I go? All right, Christine, can you check Facebook now and see if it's there? Please. And if you're watching, just dance. Move your body for a minute while I figure out if this is showing up on Facebook. Okay, great. Thanks, Christine. All right, so y'all in the Facebook group, sorry I'm late. I thought I was showing up there, but I wasn't. Tonight I'm going live not only in the group, but also on YouTube and LinkedIn, because I'm just letting people know that this is out there in case they want to join. All right. So I'm asking people to move with me for a second before we start talking about what happened this week. So if you want to leave a comment and let me know how your week went. We call this peaches and pits. Let me know something great that happened, and then you can, if you want to, you can tell me a pit. You can tell me something that bothered you this week. So go ahead and leave me some comments. Let me know your peaches and pits. And if you're on Facebook, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the Facebook group, because I'm watching that. So I will tell y'all, while y'all are leaving some comments, I will tell y'all my week was so busy. Oh my gosh, every day this week I was busy. I did take a break yesterday because I was dog sitting for a friend. First time I ever dog sat overnight, and had a great time. I was a little bit nervous because I've never had a pet, but I ended up bonding with the dog. We had a great time together, and it was just really good. And I didn't do any work. I didn't even do any crafts or anything. I just played with the dog, watched some TV, went for a walk. So that was like the highlight of my week this week. I was busy every day other than that. All right, and I see some people are watching, even though I'm not seeing any comments yet. Okay, so I know some things that happen in the news. Oof, let me stop this music. I know some things that happened in the news this week. There were some more mass shootings. I saw stuff about some more attacks on trans rights, not just governors trying to take rights away from kids and take care away from kids, but in Florida, DeSantis is actually trying to strip trans care out of the Medicaid coverage. So there's plenty going on in politics this week with attacks on human rights and people not doing anything to save people's lives, people who have power to save people's lives. So that's enough to stress people out. Even if we don't go into the details, just talking about that is enough to stress people out. So I am going to try to share my screen and play some music for y'all so that we can go ahead and get into this meditation. All right. Can somebody who's watching, I know there's a few people watching, can somebody who's watching let me know if you can hear this music? Oh gosh. Somebody's what? All right. I see some posts coming in. You can't hear the music. All right. Somebody was saying that they bonded with their sister. That's their peach. And somebody stole their packages. That was their pit. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry your packages were stolen, and I'm glad that you got time with your sister. The highlight, this is someone else, Jane Ellen said, highlight is beautiful weather and lots of long walks. That's amazing. I love long walks. And I don't blame you for avoiding the news. I I don't blame you. I've just been like peeking in on Twitter and reading headlines, and that's it. All right. Let me see. It says that I'm sharing the music, so I don't know why you can't hear it. And I'm not sure what to do with it right now. So I'm just going to do the meditation without the music. That's what I ended up doing last week, and that's what I will do again. All right. So I'm going to ask you to please get in a comfortable position. If you're sitting up, please sit up straight. Give your belly room to expand. If you're laying down, just make sure that your arms and legs are not crossed so that the energy can flow through you. And just notice how you feel in your body. If you want to, you can close your eyes. And as you pay attention to your body, notice where you're holding tension. Notice where your shoulders are. If they're up around your ears, drop them down. Notice how you feel in your jaw, in your chest. Relax your belly. Now let's take in a deep belly breath. Inhale and let your belly expand. Nobody's looking. Just go ahead and let it expand. You'll feel it going forward to the sides and in the back if you inhale deep enough. And then exhale at your own pace. And again, let's take in another deep breath. And again, exhale at your own pace. And now just breathe normally, but continue to breathe through your belly. We're not taking deep breaths this time. We're just breathing at our natural pace, but making sure that our breath, we're breathing with our diaphragm and not up in our chest. And as you continue to breathe through your belly, I want you to feel really solid in your body. And by that, I mean pay attention to how you feel in your body. Just notice how your body feels. Notice where you're carrying tension. Notice where you feel light. Notice where you feel really comfortable. And pay attention to those spaces that don't feel so comfortable. And choose one of those spaces. And then let's just breathe into it as you take this next deep breath. Just imagine that all of the air and the love and the energy that you're inhaling is going to that space that's not so comfortable. So let's take a deep breath. And as you exhale, let go of the pain or the tension or whatever other kind of discomfort was in that spot. Just breathe it out. And one more time, let's inhale light and love and energy to that same spot. And then exhale anything that was giving you discomfort. And now continue to breathe at your own pace. And then just listen to the sound of my voice. You are enough. You are worthy. And even though things seem very chaotic right now, and even though every time we turn on the TV, there's something else that we feel in our body, there's something else that's causing trauma and pain and anger and sadness, even though all these things are going on, you are still okay right now in this moment. Even if you feel scared, even if you feel angry, that's okay. Whatever it is that you're feeling is valid and it's okay. And it's not permanent. So, whatever it is that you're feeling at any moment, from moment to moment, you can sit with it, you can feel it, you can breathe through your belly so that you have the experience instead of trying to breathe through your chest and shut it down. Breathe through your belly and allow yourself to feel what you feel. And then you can choose to do something to shift your emotions. You can go outside and just be in the sun. You can walk barefoot in the grass. You can call up a friend. You can watch something funny on TV. You can choose to do something to shift how you feel. You can play a piece of music to either calm you down or perk you up. Y'all know I love music. Let's take another deep breath and exhale whatever is not in your highest good. And again, let's inhale that light and love and positive energy. And exhale whatever is not in your highest good. Just let it go. so many times I know because I do this, we feel like we have to hold on to that thing that's bothering us. It's like, I don't know how to let it go. But I'm telling you that if you sit with it and allow yourself to feel it, it will pass. And when you can actually breathe in what the universe has waiting for you, what the universe is offering you can let go of that other stuff. You can breathe out what's not in your highest good, and then you can take in what the universe has for you. And I know sometimes it feels like what the universe is bringing you is crap. Sometimes it feels like what the universe is offering you is not what you want. But, and most of the time, if you breathe through it, when you come out on the other side, it's either what you wanted or it's something better. But sometimes you gotta go through all the icky stuff and the stuff that doesn't feel good and the stuff you think you don't want first. And the more you can allow yourself to just go through that with ease, the faster you'll come out on the other side, the less you resist, the less it hurts. And I'm not just talking crap here, I'm telling you what I know because I experienced this. The less you resist, the less it hurts, and the faster you can get through. And so, as we're seeing these things on the news and we're hearing about what's happening with our friends and family and we're experiencing things ourselves, the more we can stay in our bodies and stay present, the more we can remember that right now in this moment, we are okay. And that the only thing that's actually happening is what's happening to us right now in this moment, then we can stay in our bodies. We can have less stress and we can be prepared to make the moves and do the things that we need to do in order to change our world for the better. So continue to breathe at your own pace and experience what it is that you're feeling right now in this moment. Because right now is the only time that we know that we have. So experience what you're feeling right now without thinking about the past, without anticipating the future, just right now. Now, I want you to focus on your body again and notice if you feel any different in any of those places that felt a little bit uncomfortable, felt a little bit painful. Are you feeling any better in any of those spaces? And whether you are or you aren't, I want you to take another deep breath right into those spaces. Even if they feel good, breathe into them again. And exhale at your own pace. And continue to breathe through your belly at your own pace. All right, let's do one more deep breath. Inhale, Exhale any last things that are lingering that you don't want to be there. Just exhale them out. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Whew. All right. So, you guys, how are you feeling right now? Not you guys, y'all. I'm trying to stop saying you guys. How are y'all feeling right now? Oops. I'm actually feeling a lot more settled in my body right now. Mm. Just being still and breathing does a lot. Hey, Mary Elizabeth, how are you? Hey, Patty. Oh, thank you, Patty. Patty says she's feeling much calmer. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing good. I know you're in Florida where some of that stuff is going on, so hey, Christine. Said Christine saying she's feeling present and grounded. Mary Elizabeth says that she's gonna sleep well tonight. Thank you. I'm so glad that you are. Whew. Jane Ellen says she's feeling more peaceful. Thank you. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for joining me. And just so you know, I'm meeting with the other people who are willing to do meditations on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about a schedule and, get everything together. If y'all know anyone who's willing to help be a moderator, please let me know. Send them my way. And I am so glad that you guys were able to join me tonight. If you know anybody else who might want to join the group, send me a message or you can invite them, but just make sure they know that they need to answer the two questions and agree to the rules so that we can let them in the group. All right. All right. Thanks, Mary Elizabeth. All right, you guys, as always, I am sending you fierce love, and I hope I see you guys next week.